This what I think about while you was sleeping. This what I think about while you was sleeping.
Hey everyone, this is Antonella Trees with SheBreezeMusic.com and DoseStateOfMind.com. I'm on the line with John Connor, repping Affluent Michigan, of course. What's going on?
Yo, what's going on? What's going on?
Well, first and foremost, congrats on your newest mixtape while you were sleeping. I'm really impressed with it. How do you feel about the finished product, and what kind of feedback have you been receiving so far?
First off, thank you so much for that compliment. I really appreciate that. How do I feel now that it's finished? Anytime you finish a project, it's like a big weight lifted off your shoulders, because it's like, man, now I seen somebody once put, when you making art, whether it be movies or music or whatever, after you finish it, it's not yours anymore, it's the people's. You know what I'm saying? All while you making it, like you with it day and night, and you stressing about it, and you know what I'm saying, you coming up with different ideas, and then once it's out there, you don't have that stress on you anymore. You don't got that weight on you anymore. So in that aspect, whenever I finish a project, it's like I could breathe again. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm congested, then I can breathe again, and I'm just happy that it's out there, and the response has been crazy, incredible, amazing. Any other positive word that you can think of, and I want to just thank the people. I want to thank everybody who got it, because it's only been out for a week, and it's doing really well. So, and none of that is possible without the people, and none of that's possible without, people like you and all of the blog sites and magazines and everybody who stand behind me. And, I feel real good. The response has been good. And that's all I can hope for, is that, people dig it, and I hopefully touch on emotions that resonate with people.
About the title, did you title it that because you feel as if a lot of people are still sleeping on your music, or was it just you wanted to give the people who just now begun to listen to your music a dose of what they previously missed?
Well, I think it was the first part of what you said. It was like that's the most common, comments I hear about me is, man, people need to stop sleeping on John Connor, or I feel like people still sleeping on Connor or whatever. So, that just, to me, it just made perfect sense, because actually, you know what I'm saying, if you go back, the project was going to be Unconscious State. And halfway through it, I was just like, nah, this don't feel like Unconscious State. And then it was just so many people still saying, yo, I wish people would stop sleeping on Connor. Connor gonna wake the rap game up and all, just stuff like that. And so, in the middle of the project, I actually started over, in the middle of the project, and it was just like, that was the perfect title. Like, it really just like encompassed the way that I was feeling at the time, and the way I still feel sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, while you were sleeping on me, to the people who ignore what I'm doing, while you were sleeping on me, this is what I was doing. I was perfecting my craft. I was making music. I was getting better every day. Also, that's also the other rappers. While you taking time out, while you going to sleep, I'm not sleeping. That's the mentality of my company, All Varsity Music. We don't sleep. I don't even remember the last time I had required 8 hours of sleep. Coming out with 4 mixtapes in 8 months, you know what I'm saying, and then doing all of the features and all of that. So it just, like I said, that embodies just the way I've been living lately while you were sleeping, not while I was sleeping, because I don't sleep. So the thing is, I'm dedicated 24 hours a day to just giving people quality music and just giving them the best that I could give them. So it was a lot of different reasons that title really just fit the way I was feeling.
You're pretty consistent with putting out good music, but since there are people who still haven't awakened from their slumber, how else do you plan to publicize your music in order to expand your fan base even more?
Well, the thing is, like, I just feel like the harder you work, the more opportunities come to you. And the thing about it is, I won't stop until You know what I'm saying? I'm up there and I have the notoriety and the credibility of the, you know, the upper echelons of hip-hop artists. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is I'm not going to stop until I get that. So my plan to do that is to just keep outworking everybody. You know what I'm saying? I just believe that consistency is the key. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's my thing. It's like if I don't get the response I want off of this project, then I'll be back again and again and again and again until, you know, I just get the world's attention. So that's my plan, you know, just to keep outworking everybody. And as a result of how much I've been working, a lot of big opportunities are coming up. August 15th, I'm going to New York to shoot 106 in Park's Back Room. Then I'm going back out on tour September 12th with Big K.R.I.T on the Live from the Underground tour. And just by being in those situations and having those situations come across my path strictly based off of hard work, because I don't have no big name, you know, cosigns with me everywhere I go. I don't, you know what I'm saying? This is straight independent, you know what I mean? And all of the people that do mess with me is based off of my hard work, and all of my opportunities came off hard work, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm just going to continue to work hard and make the most out of every opportunity that's being provided to me.
Which track would you say is your favorite on While You Were Sleeping?
That's crazy. Favorite, I'm so reluctant to say that I have favorites of anything, but it changes every day. It's a tie between Standing in the Sun featuring my brother Craig Owens and Lone Star featuring GLC and Bun B. And damn, I guess too, man, it's a three-way tie. And it still here with me and my little brother Brandon Bard. So it'll be a three-way tie today.
What about Missing You? You stated on Twitter that that's one of the most personal songs you've ever written. What was it like writing and recording that song?
Wow. And if I could go back to, I would say Missing You is probably one of my favorite songs every day too. Wow. You said, what was it like writing that joint?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I don't write. So, and now I'm not, and please put this in there, I'm not trying to say that shit to be cool or anything like that, or like, you know, because I know we live in the era now where everybody say they don't write. I just legitimately don't write. But when I was, it was crazy, you know, that story, that song is actually based off of, you know, actual experience that I went through. And when I was making the beat, I sampled Cyndi Lauper, Time After Time, which is one of my favorite songs of all time. If I'm in a happy mood and Time After Time come on, I'm going to instantly get sad. So it was just like I listened to Time After Time that day, and I got sad. And it was like, what is the most sad relationship situation I've ever been in? And, you know, that was it. You know, it was, I think it was like it was kind of like, man, it was like a still tense vibe in the studio that day. It was me, my engineer, Maserati Rick, and Rio and T-Boy, the Block Symphony. We all was in the studio, and they kind of was like stunned silence because they couldn't believe that I was actually, like, they know the situation and they know the people involved, so they were kind of looking like, oh my God, I can't believe you really going there. Like, you really going say all of that. And I'm like, yeah, you know, and I like I say, with everything I do, I call myself the people's rapper. And I'm not, you know, no He-Man or no tough guy, nothing like that. We all been through heartbreak before, and it was just like through my experiences, I hope that it connects with people. But I just remember the atmosphere in the studio was just kind of like shocked that I was actually telling that story. But I found that the more personal that you are with your music, the more it connect with people. And I don't, you know, my life is an open book, you know. I don't have no problem with people knowing that you know, my times of being vulnerable, you know what I'm saying, all of that, because maybe that's going to help somebody who's going through what I went through now.
One of my favorites on the mixtape is the Blackout.
I guess I just had to blackout.
What was the inspiration behind that song?
Man, I produced the plug. I produced the beat for the Blackout too. So I was doing the beat for that. I was watching Purple Rain, and it was it was on this scene where Prince found his dad in the basement playing the music, and his dad asked him, he said, "You ever been married?" And then Prince was like, he said, "Are you gonna get married?" And Prince was like, "I don't know." And his dad was like, "Don't get married." And I thought that was a powerful scene in that movie. Like, that was crazy because you didn't expect his dad to say, "Don't get married." And it was just like, as I was sampling the piano part from that part of the movie, it was like I wanted to make, as heavy as I felt like that scene was, I wanted to make a record that was equally as heavy when people listen to it. Like how that scene affected me, I want the record to affect people like that. And so at first, what's funny, that joint was actually going to be another, song of my woes with women or whatever. But Maserati, my engineer, my little brother, he heard the beat. He said, "Man, you got to say something on this beat that touched my soul." He was like, "Man, you can't just say no regular." Can I cuss in this interview?
Yeah.
Can I? Oh, okay. I know I did once, and I didn't ask, so I don't want to just be, foul mouth and all of that. But he said, "You got to say some shit on here, man, that, you know what I'm saying, that just touch people." And I sat with the beat that night, and like I said, I don't write because I believe that, you know what I'm saying, the way you feel about a beat or the way you feel about anything, my mother always told me to trust your first mind. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like your first mind is always right about everything. And so when I write, if that's what you would call it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying what the beat makes me say. I'm saying what the beat makes me feel. I'm saying the first thing that comes to my head as to how I felt about the music that I'm hearing. So it was wild. It was just me and Maserati down there that day in the lab, and I knew I did a good job when I left Maserati speeches because he's one of the most opinionated people in my crew, and that's why he's my little brother, and that's why he stay around me so tough, because he keep me grounded and let me know what's real. So when I seen the look on his face and he couldn't say nothing after it was over, I knew that we had did something good.
Do you plan on shooting a video for the Blackout?
Let me ask you, would you like to see a video for the Blackout?
Yes.
Well, well, you know what? It's on. It's on. We actually, cause we're gonna like I said, I'm going on tour, so we're gonna try to take a week in August to just shoot 5 or 6 videos back to back to back to back. And I've been asking people their opinions, you know what I'm saying, on what songs they would like to see videos for. So I'm definitely down. And if the people want to see it, then I'm the people's rapper, so I'm gonna do it. So that could very well be in the making.
Name 5 things you normally do while others are sleeping.
Oh, 5 things I normally do. Oh, boy. While other people are sleeping, recording, producing, while everybody else is sleeping. Oh, in Walgreens, buying trail mix and Red Bulls. What else do I do while everybody else is sleeping? Watch old WWE movies while I'm in the studio. While everybody else is sleeping. And while everybody else is sleeping, how I don't even want to go there. I'm probably, I don't want this interview to get rated R, so I'll stay politically correct. I'm talking about music.
When you prepare to write a song, what kind of environment do you have to be in? Like, does it have to be quiet, or do you like to have music playing? I mean, when you prepare to record a song since you don't write.
When I get ready to do a song in the studio, I just need the vibe to be there. If you, the vibe got to be positive. If you're not contributing to the overall creative process of the vibe of the studio, you got to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because being as how I don't write, then I gotta be able to just fully be in tune with the music and be able to vibe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, with what's going on, and everybody gotta be feeling the beat, and everybody, you know, has to be just in the world. They gotta be engulfed, you know what I'm saying, in the music. So when I'm in the studio, I just need, you know, if anybody is gonna be down there, they gotta be vibing. But I feel like I work best when it's just me and Maserati in the studio. Like I said, that's my engineer. That's my little bro. You know what I'm saying? I work best when it's just me and him in the studio because he's always on that level of being in tune with where I am with the music. But yeah, either with Maserati or just by myself. And if you're gonna be in the studio, you gotta be able to just zone out and vibe. But that's it. Just good people around me. Turn the music up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, let's have a good time. Let's all zone out to the music. So that's all I need is just a good atmosphere.
Out of all of your mixtapes, which would you say happens to be your favorite of them all?
Favorite mixtape of them all. Like I said, that's so tough because I don't like to say I have favorites or anything because then that would make people be biased. You know what I'm saying? In their opinion, knowing that my opinion is that one of them is my favorite. I have things that I like about all of them because they are so different, and it was different things going on at different just in different points of my life. Like season 2, I really, hold close and near and dear to my heart because I know how much work we all put into it. The Blue album is, what I love about the Blue album was just that I did it in 4 days or whatever it was. Like, that time of my life was so wild. I just snapped and just did a whole project in 4 days. The Eminem People's Rapper LP, I love that joint because I think other than just rapping all the time, it was points in that CD where I talked about really personal stuff for the first time and people wasn't really used to me doing that. And then with While You Were Sleeping, I took whatever personal things that I touched on the People's Rapper LP, and I went further with tapping into my actual emotions and actually making records that were more personal. So I took basically probably the musical aspect from season 2, the lyrical aspect of the Blue album, and the personal aspect of the People Rapper LP, and I wrapped them all up and made While You Were Sleeping. So it's things that I like about each of them individually. So I don't have a favorite. I'm sorry.
How do you like touring Big K.R.I.T?
Man, that's my dog, man. Like, K.R.I.T is cool, man. Like, K.R.I.T is cool. Like, and what's the coolest thing about that is that I respected him and his music before I even met him. So him opening up, you know what I'm saying, his tour to me, and letting me come do my thing on the stage is a blessing. And a lot of times you might meet people that you have respect for, and then when you meet them, you kind of let down or something like that. This was not the case. You know what I'm saying? I was like I'm not ashamed to say, like I said, I am the people. I'm never gonna be too full of my own shit to acknowledge that I'm a fan of somebody else's music or that I respect what they do. So I was definitely a big K.R.I.T fan before I went on the tour. And when we met, you know what I'm saying, just one of the coolest cats you ever want to meet. And big shout out to Big Son. You know what I'm saying? That's my dog, and Casey Veggie and Tito Lopez and everybody that was on the tour. We all just was cool. It was all real people on the tour, so it was dope. You know what I'm saying? It was real dope, man. I want to put this in there too, like, Big K.R.I.T as a performer, he worked his ass off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I take pride in my performance, and to see another artist, to see another performer giving it his all like that every night for an hour and leaving it all on the stage, he's the type of performer that makes you want to step your game up as a performer.
Out of every city you performed in so far, which city has been the most receptive?
Wow, which city is the most receptive? Oh, man. Iowa City was pretty crazy, which was nuts because I'd never been to Iowa before. I didn't know anything about Iowa. I didn't know what to expect, but I would say, that shocked me. You know what I'm saying? Like, just just how much energy they had, so yeah, I would say Iowa City. And Lawrence, Kansas was crazy too. But we didn't have it was some crazy time. It was some crazy cities. Those two stick out.
Which city that you've yet to perform in are you the most excited to perform in?
I never. I've been to North Carolina before because my brother K. Wills of the World's Greatest Music, he's from North Carolina. But when I went there, I didn't get to stay for too long. So I'm excited, and it's like I think North Carolina is a real pretty state. So I'm looking forward to going back there. I'm actually looking forward to the whole tour, just to be real. When I was coming up, my father, you know what I'm saying, he traveled. His job, you know what I'm saying, he drove trucks when I was little. And I got to travel on the road with him. So I'm kind of like, I'm a nerd for that. I love traveling. I love seeing the world. I love just looking at you know what I'm saying, all of that type of stuff. All my other dudes, they be like, oh my God, I can't wait to get off the road. But I like, you know what I'm saying, I like taking in just, the mountains and, trees and different animals in different states and all of that. So I'm looking forward to the whole tour to keep it all the way real. We go in places that I've never been before. I've never been to Boston. I've never, been to Pennsylvania. So these are all places I'm looking forward to going to because I've never been before.
In a lot of your songs, you yell out Blue City Club. Can you tell the people who don't know what Blue City Club is exactly?
Yeah. Blue City Club, and I'm going to try, I know I get long-winded with my answers, so I'm going to try to, sum it up in 300 words or less or something like that. But, you know what I'm saying? Blue City Club, I'm really into movies, hence the whole John Connor name coming from Terminator and all of that. But I'm a real big movie nerd, comic book nerd, all of that. The group of actors in the 80s, the Brat Pack, you know what I'm saying? And they were all just, it was, all young, talented actors and actresses, and there was a time period where all of their movies was, extremely successful. And I looked at that like, man, 'cause you would see pictures of, it was like them hanging out and partying or whatever. And no matter which combination of the Brat Pack you had, all of the movies was successful. And I thought that was just really dope that they would work hard, but at the same time, they'd be out partying and playing hard. But it was like working hard is what afforded them to be able to play hard. So the thing was, I'm like, that's what I want my crew's mentality to be, is that we young, we talented, we ain't taking no for an answer. We going to kick the door down. We here to be the best in the world, and we going to prove that through our work. But at the same time, we down to earth. We'll party with you. We'll kick it with you. We going to have a good time. So where that came from is one of the Brat Pack movie was called The Breakfast Club. But I seen somebody else that started, a couple other people that started using it. I know that at the New York radio station they had a Breakfast Club, and then I seen somebody else was using it, so I didn't want to use Breakfast Club. But then they had another movie that they did called Blue City, so I took the Blue City from that movie, took the club from Breakfast Club and put it together in Blue City Club, and that kind of just exemplified our mentality over here at All Varsity Music, is that we're going to work hard and we're going to play hard. We're going to outwork everybody, and no matter what combination of us you put, whether it's John Connor and Brandon Bars, or Leah Mack and Cass Swift, or Cass Swift and Brandon Bars, or Block Symphony producing a joint for D. Wayne, or, you know what I'm saying, like K. Wills and Optics producing a joint for Cass Swift, Brandon Bars, and Mickey Wallace. No matter what combination of us you put together, it's going to be quality music. It's going to be the best in the world, and that's our mentality. So Blue City Club that's what it means to us, to work hard, but also to play hard, but also work hard.
When did you first know that you wanted to pursue a music career?
Oh, man, right out the day I was born, because my father also, growing up, he's a musician, plays the keyboard, the guitar, the drums, and he was in, a whole lot of bands growing up. So I used to grow up seeing my father rehearse with the different bands, and I remember as a kid, sit in my basement and watch him learn, you know what I'm saying, guitar riffs to different songs. And, I just, I really looked up to my father in that aspect of creating music. I was hooked, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would be downstairs while my dad was listening to records like Zap and Gap and Ready for the World and Earth, Wind and Fire and Luther Vandross, Bobby Womack. Like, I would be listening to all of this as a child, and, I just was enthralled, and I just was just so amazed, man, at just the creation of music. So that was it for me, from an early age, of seeing my father do music, and the older I got, what I'm saying, the more that passion was just in me. Just like there was nothing else I ever wanted to do. I worked so many 9-to-5 jobs to support my music habit, and the second I got enough money from them 9-to-5s, I was quit and I was back doing music. So it was like there was never a point in time in life where I wanted to do anything other than music. Maybe other than when I was 11 and I thought I wanted to be a WWE wrestler, but that, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't trying to train that hard, and it probably wouldn't have worked out for me. I'm not really that athletic, man. I'd have messed something up. So it just was music was it from day one. Music was it. I knew I was going to be doing something involving music.
I first saw you perform almost a year ago at Rock the Bells. How do you feel you've evolved as an artist since then?
That was crazy. Rock the Bells. Which city were you in?
Mountain View, California.
Cali. That's what's up. Much love to Cali, man. Y'all showed me so much love, man. But how have I evolved since then? I would say just being more personal with my music. I think it was always a personal aspect, but I think the degree of how personal I've gotten, like, you know what I'm saying, around the time of Rock the Bells, that was like Salvation, and I was doing a lot of freestyles around then, and I was so focused on just the world knowing that I could rap. Like, I just want you to know I could rap. I could rap circles around you. I could rap. It was just like, so it was just real metaphor heavy, punchline heavy, and, you know what I'm saying, just real aggressive. I'm still aggressive now, but it's like now, I'm focused on, crafting songs and connecting with people through sharing my personal experiences. So I would say that I think that my music has taken a turn in a more personal direction. Like I say, on While You Were Sleeping, the intro, you know what I'm saying, taking on the world, that don't scare me though. That ain't nothing that my mama ain't prepared me for. Just when I was gonna say, fuck it with this music shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, even with Something I Know, those are true stories. She was the type that anybody would like, because even when I'm wrong, she'd be like, all of these, and like I said, Missing You and the Blackout, and all of these things are like personal. So I'm kind of finding a way to still be lyrical, but at the same time really express myself personally.
Do you plan on having a tour of your own anytime soon?
Lord willing, you know what I'm saying? That's the plan. That's the plan. I'm gonna keep working hard and keep building my fan base so that I can, headline my own tour, because yes, of course, that's the goal. That is definitely the goal. You know what I'm saying? So one day, be the headliner on my own tour. But right now, I have no problem paying my dues. You know what I'm saying? And being a guest on whoever's tour. And just keep on grinding and building and doing what I got to do. But that is definitely the goal.
Which artists that you've yet to collaborate with would you really like to work with?
Who would I like to collaborate with? It's so many, honestly, and I don't like to give like cliche answers like, oh, it's so many, but it really is. Like, it really is. The thing about me is I respect all artists that have made it to any level of notoriety in the game, because I know the sacrifices that I've made just to get to right here, to be talking to you right now. So it's like I respect everybody's artistry, and I think that you know what I'm saying, I could, I look forward to, painting some pictures with a lot of people, man. Like, honestly, I think somebody that I used to know by Gautier is probably the greatest song written in our generation, and that's just my opinion. But one day I would like to, create music with Gautier. I would like to, you know what I'm saying, just expand, more and more. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the legends of the game, the Timberlands, the Kanye, Neptune, you know what I'm saying? KLC from Beats by the Pound, Manny Fresh. I would like to work with. It's so many people. I'm still, like I say, I'm a fan. So it's so many people that, as a child I looked up to, and there's so many people that have influenced and inspired me, that it's just so many. I have ambitions to work with, you know what I'm saying, some of everybody. Some of everybody, man.
Okay, one more question before we wrap this up.
I know
Despite having just dropped a new mixtape, are you currently working on anything new?
Oh yeah. I'm working on me and my brother Craig Owens. We've been talking about doing an EP together, so that people could look out for that. Also, me and the big homie Denon Porter, con artist, a D12. We've been talking about doing an EP together. I'm really, really excited about that as well. I'm writing a movie. I've been talking about this movie for like a year and a half, man, but I'm really gonna do it because, like I said, I'm such a fan of just the old school rap dynasty. You know what I'm saying? Every rap crew had they straight to DVD, low budget movie, and all Varsity Music will be no exception. Like, you got, Master P and No Limit had On Bout It, Cash Money had Baller Blocking, 3-6 Mafia had Choices. Even if you go back to Def Jam, they had Crush Groove. So, I'm working on a movie called The City that I'm writing, and it's going to be crazy. So we're going to have a soundtrack come out to that. I plan on doing the more Best in the World series, season 3 coming. So we just gonna keep on going. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep giving the people what they want and what they deserve. The people deserve quality music, and I'm gonna do my best to keep giving them what I do, and that's quality music.
Anything else you want to say to your fans before we wrap this up?
Yes, I would like to say to my fans, thank you. Thank you so fucking much. Thank you, because all I've ever wanted to do is this, and it's because of you, the fans, that, have made it possible for me to be touring and on MTV and all of this stuff that I'm getting to do. A lot of fans on Twitter, trip out when I follow them or I retweet them or something like that. And I always say, that is the least I can do. The support that the people give me means so much, to me, that it's beyond words and it's more than I can explain. So that's why I adopted the title The People's Rapper, because I will be that to the day I'm old and gray and I leave this earth. I'm the people's rapper. I'm the people's artist. And I want to tell the people, thank y'all so much. I ain't going to never let them down. And if they don't got it, go get While You Was Sleeping right now. And I would like to thank you, Antoinette, for taking time to listen to my rant of movies and comic books in Flint, Michigan, and you know what I'm saying, and all of that. Oh yeah, and that's too. I gotta add Flint, Michigan, over and over again. Flint, Michigan. I love y'all. I am Michigan to the core. I am Flint to the core. And shouts to everybody. But thank you, Antoinette, for listening to my rant, because it is a playground of jumbled up vocabulary in my mind. So hopefully, this interview makes sense and somebody learns something or gets something out of it. I don't know.
Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, no problem. Thank you.
This what I think about while you was sleeping. This what I think about while you was sleeping.